Come here. There we go. I'm on. Look at these things fight. Come here, buddy. He's a thick boy. He is dripping drag. These fish here are insane. What is up, folks? Welcome back to another video. We are doing some straight up kayak pond fishing today. 4 big bass, that's what we're looking for. No challenge, no gimmick, no nothing. Now I've got these 2 beautiful brand new kayaks, and we're actually gonna unbox these in a different video and talk about them and take them to a couple different fisheries. I'm really excited about these 2 kayaks. They've got everything. They got the pedal drive with the feet, but the thing is, we're already late. It's like 8:30. We've probably already missed the topwater bite. So I just went ahead and grabbed our 2 little cheap Walmart kayaks from our Florida adventure that we went on a couple months ago. These 2 kayaks are honestly gonna be perfect. They're cheap, but they're very light and they're easy to maneuver, and that's really all you need at the end of the day. Now, this pond that we're going to is a brand new pond. We've never been able to fish here, so we're really excited about it. Enough talk, folks. See you guys at the pond. Some pretty snaky stuff right here, eh?
Yeah, it's pretty snaky. There's just so much stuff they could get in.
Yeah. You hate to give the venomous predator any more of an advantage than he already has, you know? Mm-hmm. Paddle, aka the snake feeder. This is some snaky habitat. I can tell you that. We live in the snake habitat, and this is pretty snaky. Dude, this pond looks juiced. Oh my gosh, it looks juicy. Got some scum around the edge. Looks like it goes all the way around the edge. Like the entire pond is shaded right now.
This is pretty sweet.
That is so sick. I was worried we got such a late start that it would hurt us on the bite, but no, I think we're good. All right, we got some pliers, some spare lures. I'm gonna leave this crappie rig, or excuse me, I'm gonna leave this big brim rig in your boat, Andrew.
Okay.
And that way, if you get bored out there, if I'm just not catching anything, you should start whipping that thing around, because the owner said there are some monster bluegill in this place.
I'm about it.
All right, we're going in. Easy, girl. Easy, girl.
Taking off from you, man.
That's just a good ramp right there. Perfectly angled. Let's see if I can do the old step in like a boss. Oh boy. Ooh. Got a little squirrely. We are in here, boys. Oh my gosh. It is so exciting to fish new water. There's just something about it. There's so much mystery. There's so much unknown. This water's also very dirty, very dirty. Well, it's actually not that dirty. Let's see how deep it is. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's like 5 feet right there. That's already deeper than most of my pond. But before I make any more noise, let's go ahead and start fishing here. And I think I'm gonna start with the brand new 2-step walking bait. Speaking of the 2-step, had a few people ask me on a community post recently, what was the actual difference between the Hound and the 2-step? Well, I'll show you real quick. So here we go. Here's like a side-by-side comparison right here. And as I was telling people, the 2-step is much larger. It's a true walking style bait. It's also got the little fin on the back right there that does not affect the casting at all. It's got triple hooks just like the Hound did. This one's got like the hard knock. This one, less of a hard knock. It's got the BBs in there. So yeah, and it really walks. It walks really, really, really well. Hopefully I can show you guys just how well in just a second. Let's get a little walking going on here. Oh yeah. Effortless walking. That's really how I judge my walking baits. I want it to be easy to walk. Shouldn't be difficult to make it walk. And as you guys can see, I'm sitting down in a kayak and kind of walking it pretty effortlessly right now. I'm trying to get, oh yeah, I'm trying to get right on the edge of this little scum layer. I have no idea what to expect. That's the cool part about fishing a new pond. It's like, I mean, I don't know if I'm throwing the complete wrong lure or like their favorite lure or something that maybe they've never seen before. I'm just gonna start like just randomly casting, I guess. Oh, might be too late in the morning for topwater, but I really wanted to get this 2-step in there and give it a shot. I've gotten some sick blow-ups on it recently, and soon a bunch of you folks will too. Look at all that bait I just spooked right there. You see that?
Oh no, I missed it. I'm looking at you.
Bunch of bait right here off this log. Some structure in the water right there. Pretty gnarly structure. It's like an old stump or something. Now this place, I don't think gets a ton of fishing pressure from what I was told. I feel like they should be letting us know here soon what they want to eat. And we got other lures rigged up. We got a Texas rig, we've got a crankbait, which I really should be throwing the crankbait right now. Let's put this down just momentarily here, because I want to throw the clutch for a moment. I like to use a lipless crankbait as almost like a seek out the fish type of bait, you know, just find out if there's anything out here and if they're active or not. Because typically if you got active fish, they'll eat a lipless crankbait. And it's a good way to find out if there's grass and what the grass looks like. No grass, okay. I'm a little surprised, haven't been touched on either lure. For a place that doesn't get a lot of pressure, I would have thought would have gotten a bite pretty quick. Might not be that easy today, buddy. This looks like topwater heaven right here that we're getting into. Well, I guess we're gonna have to resort to a Texas rig, at least temporarily.
Going blazing worm?
Yeah.
Don't blame me.
Think so. Well, the water's a little bit clearer, believe it or not, than I thought it was gonna be. So I grabbed these watermelon red flake blazing worms for that exact possibility. Because that super chartreuse crankbait, that might be too much.
Might be.
Because it's just way cleaner than I thought it would be. Plus, like, it might be getting more pressure than we think. So, might just have to slow down. It is summertime after all. All right. Had one right there. Holy moly, something just broke me clean off. I pitched right to the left of that stump right there, and with the time it took me to take out my slack, my line was out here. Complete break off. I didn't feel any tension. I'm not sure. You set me up? You tied this knot.
I might have on accident.
Well, regardless, I mean, that was a nice bite right in front of us. A little bit of motivation here. I guess maybe the Texas rig is the way to go for now. See, that's interesting, because I was kind of changing the way I was fishing. I wasn't just like making casts and working it. I was kind of just targeting, casting all over, and then got a bite like kind of right in the middle of it, you know. So they might be holding real tight to cover, have to slow down and pinpoint cast, you know. But hey, a bite's a bite. It's always good. Can't believe whatever that was broke me off like that.
Yeah, that was pretty quick.
I mean, that was just an instant break off. I'll keep tossing this blazing worm around, apparently. Apparently that's a good idea. Ooh, that's a fish. God, look at him running. That's crazy. First fish. Ow, fish slapped myself in the leg. First fish, baby. I'm trying to be quiet because this pond's not that big. On the blazing worm, baby. Look at that. That's a Florida largemouth to me. Got his eyes like looking around. He's looking at me. He looks like a wild bass that maybe hasn't been caught in a long time.
Yeah, it does.
That fish was fighting so hard, man. He was running so fast I couldn't catch up with him. One of the many fun things about kayak fishing is the extra challenges that it places on you when you're catching the fish. Fish number one, hopefully that's not the only one we catch today. Hey, I like it. I'll keep dragging around a blazing worm. That's the thing. This is the time of year where dragging the big worm around, it's not that sexy. It's not like super high pace, but man, if you want bites, there's another one. Yep. He doesn't feel that. But look at him run. This is, he got off. These fish here are insane. Now that I've hooked a couple of them, it does seem like they don't receive a lot of pressure. Those unpressured, like wild fish, they just act differently than your normal stocked pond, been caught 100 times fish that kind of just lay over. These fish are running for their lives when I set the hook. And the blazing worm is on fire right now. No pun intended. That was such a cringy pun. The blazing worm is on fire. Those two bites were hard bites too. Like they were not messing around.
They looked hard.
They took the worm like they're supposed to, and they were all about it. About this tree right here. All right, well, the whole pond is not shaded anymore. The shade is gone, although there is still some cloud. It could cloud up again. It's just back to being brutally hot. I hope y'all have been staying cool during this heat wave we've been having. I have not been. I've been staying hot. Ooh. We got some real positive signs of life so far. I'm feeling very encouraged. I'm also not hating the average size. I mean, they haven't been huge, but they've been solid little fish. They're also healthy. So all in all, this pond might be a little diamond in the rough here. God, that thing looks so good swimming through the water. When you're done bouncing it or whatever action you're giving it and you go to reel it in, that tail just kicks like a paddle tail swim bait. It's so great. Ooh, throw that thing over there. Oh, you're in there. You got him? You probably got a brim right now. What do you got, Andrew? On the ultralight. Oh, okay. Bass on the ultralight. Dude, they fight so hard. On the crappie rig. Get him, Andrew. Get him. Yeah. That's honestly like the biggest one of the day so far.
Got him.
Dang, on the crappie rig.
Ate it good too.
Yeah, he did, right in the top of the mouth.
Yep.
Let's go. Bass number 3.
Yeah, man.
Only been out here for about 30 minutes.
Not bad.
Not bad. So he was the one busting on all these bait over here, I'm guessing.
Likely, yeah. See you, dude.
Or one of the mini fish that were probably busting on bait right there for the last 10 minutes. Good job, man.
Appreciate.
Dude, that's a great demonstration about how sometimes that smaller presentation is just unbeatable.
It is.
You know, like you wouldn't want to throw that all day for bass, but if you're having a hard time getting a bite, throwing a little, let me see that thing. Throwing a little rig like that, I mean.
Can't beat it.
Cannot beat it. I'll take that for just a minute. Let me just see if I can crack a brim or something. He says he catches a lot of these big brim right over here. There's a lot of grass out there. That's interesting. Oh, I'm on. What do I got? What do I got? I got a brim maybe? Oh, it came off. Darn it. Finally got nailed by something. Gosh darn it. Little bumping bug action, eh? They like the old bumping bug. I'm not gonna lie to you, that felt like a big brim. That thing was right where it was supposed to be too. Right off this lay down. Thing was pulling hard. Oh, I just had a brim chasing me up. That was crazy. Dude, just had a brim hawking this bait down, dude. That's so sick. On, oh, it was on again. Come on now, rig. Let's not get crazy on me. Guys, I'm such an awful, like, finesse fisherman, if you want to call it that, obviously. This is not my strong suit, but I really enjoy fishing for multi-species, but Be better than me, okay? Please. Do yourself a favor. Just be better at it than I am. On. Oh, hey there. What do we got? He is dripping drag. If that's a brim, it's a big one. He's pulling me into the weeds. You kidding me? Oh, it's a bass. Whoa. Dude, stop it. You're trying to break me off and it's not cool. This might be the biggest bass of the day. On a crappy setup. He's a tank. He's thick. He's a thick boy. Oh, he's got a weird jaw. Let's go, dude.
Heck yeah, man.
Look at that on the crappy rig. I thought it was a big brim at first because, you know, they fight so hard. That fish ate like right in front of me. That's a nice little two pounder, 2.5 pounder. Look how thick that fish is.
Thick.
Big head, big shoulders. Like it just feels sturdy. And that fight that it gave me was crazy. The light gear, man, the bass on light gear. That's always the move. What a freaking ride, man. That was fun. All right, so we're about an hour into fishing this new pond, and we've caught, what, 4 bass?
Yeah, at least, yeah.
And hooked a bluegill or 2. And one of those bass was pretty decent size. I am very encouraged by this.
Oh, yeah.
I think this needs to be one of those places we come a couple times a month and just come check up on them, you know what I mean? I wish I had brought a topwater frog. That was a little bit of an oversight. I didn't know what the pond looked like. I'd never been here before. And I didn't want to bring like a ton of tackle, you know? I just wanted to keep it simple. It is hot, folks. I mean, it's 10 a.m. and it's gotta be 90 degrees. I'm not even kidding. Whew. This is the time of year where that up early gang really succeeds. Getting up early is crucial. I've had a bunch of people asking me about summertime fishing techniques since it is summertime. Let me give you my best piece of advice right now. I could give you like every single lure recommendation and technique recommendation and blah, 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 blah. But I'm gonna tell you something. You can just get out early. Get out on the water as early as possible. As soon as there's fishable light to be out there on the water. If you can do that, then just throw whatever you want. Throw topwater, throw moving baits, throw all your favorite topwater and moving baits. But the key is getting out there early. I'm telling you, that's the single best piece of fishing advice I could give an angler during the summertime. So basically the exact opposite of what we did today. And we're still doing okay. That's a fish. Damn it! Eat the worm, you piece of garbage. He must have just had like the bottom half of the worm in his mouth. He was just like swimming off, nice and cash, super cash. Like, eat that thing, boy. Eat that worm so I can drive this steel through your face. Ah. It's only a matter of time now, man. The next bite has got to be seconds away. We've gone pretty long without one, considering how it kind of turned on and then went away. Come here, buddy. We knew it was coming. Look at him. Look at the acrobatics, man. Yeah, I know, buddy. You're a man. I appreciate you. Not a size upgrade per se. Look how black his tail is, dude. Fish number 5?
Yeah, at least.
Okay, a little 5-fish limit.
Can't beat it.
Little pond limit. We're both going into trees right now simultaneously.
Yeah, we're both kind of squeak.
Ah! Oh, hey there. At least we're in really shallow water right now. I could probably stand up. Man, he hit that lure like a ton of bricks. He actually had it. Oh my goodness, it's starting to rain a little bit. Man, it's summertime. You get them like random showers. They come in really quick and they're gone quick a lot of times. But this could be a full-on flood. I don't know. I didn't even check the weather this morning, I'm embarrassed to say.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Woo, man, that rain's a little cold. Feels good though. Yep. Dude, I'm about to pick up this walking bait though, I can tell you that. And a light rain, oh my gosh, this thing could be deadly. I gotta do it, it's too tempting. With this slight rain, I'm gonna continue to throw this two-step some. And it stops raining immediately. Good time, weather. Dude, as aggressively as these bass are eating the other lures, it's amazing they have not touched this two-step. It's a great color too. It's like that ghost gill. So it's kind of translucent on the bottom, but it's got, ow, sharp hooks. Ow, it's still on my finger. Just a little bluegill, some chartreuse in there. Hell, I figured that'd be a perfect color for the water clarity we're seeing. Damn it.
I did not know I was gonna be doing this.
Oh.
This is rain here, buddy.
It's like, I don't even care. It's great to fish in the rain. But those cameras, they don't really like that.
No, they don't prefer it.
I think I'm about to start dragging some stuff around deep here soon.
Might not be a bad idea.
Dude, these showers are crazy. On for 5 minutes, off for 10. Fishing in the rain. Can't beat it. You and me go fishing in the rain. This weather's ridiculous. It's literally changing every 10 minutes. Drastic changes. There we go. I'm on. Oh my, look at that fish fight. Now see, that's interesting. He was kind of further off. Look at this guy taking me for a ride. Ah! No, I love you. The blazing worm is absolutely smacking him right now. Another healthy fish. He's just not like extremely big. 2-pounder, freaking dense. All these fish are super dense.
Yeah, they're healthy.
Man, the blazing worm, man. The blazing worm and the crappie jig is about all we can get a bite on right now. I think I'm gonna take that spinnerbait and throw it around some, but I just think dragging the worm, that's the deal. Now he was kind of off the bank. He was probably about 10 or 15 feet off the bank, which means he's in like 6 or 8 foot of water. So that probably is the deal now. It stopped raining, the sun's out, super bright and hot. So I'm thinking these bass are kind of pushing off of the bank a little bit. Probably all the fish are. How many fish is that now? 6 or 7?
7.
Okay, all right. Not bad for a first time. I didn't feel the bite on that one. I just took out the slack and my line was going. That's how a lot of these bites have been. Very aggressive fish when you get the bait in front of them. Seems like locating them is the difficult part out here.
That sun came out with a vengeance, didn't it?
Dude, the temperature swing since we've been here, it's probably swung 15 degrees in each direction per 30 minutes. Come here. Yeah, they're off. They're off a little bit now, I think. They're off. Oh, they continue to crush the blazing worm. Little fish, but pretty. I think the owner is absolutely correct. He's probably got a overcrowded, ow, bass pond just like we do. And the otters have probably done damage to his fish population as it has to ours as well. Still a good day to be catching fish though. I am really pumped to have new water with an active bass population. That is exciting. We got to weed through some of these small ones though and try to get these bigger ones to come out and play. And I just feel like the deeper that I go with my worm drag right now, the better the chances I'm gonna hook something bigger, you know? Seems like the closer to the bank we get, the smaller the fish are. There's got to be a stud out here in this deep water. Yeah, I'm kind of changing the way that I'm working it too. Like I'm letting it sink, and then I'm like reeling it some, and then I'm letting it sink again. So almost just like a broop, broop. And then it's like getting hit on the fall back down. Okay, they're moving out a little bit. And that also makes sense too, because we're introducing pressure and we fished along the edge, you know? So now those fish are like, oh man, they move out a little bit. You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
Then we start fishing this, and then eventually they should just end up in that deep water. It sounds good in my head. It's a theory, but it sounds good. Let's stretch the old back out for a little while. Man, I'll tell you what, I got them figured out. They fight so hard. That's a decent one. They're all decent, man. There's not really a lot of dinks. I mean, that's a 2-pounder all day, healthy. Frickin' blazing worm, man.
Getting it done, dude.
Yeah, they're tearing me up. I'm almost out of blazing worms here. The theory so far is proving to be true. I mean, that one was like out here. So I think they're just taking gradual steps out from the shaded bank, and they're just all ending up in the middle now. So on this technique that I've been doing, I've completely changed the way I've been working this lure. I want to share it with you folks. So instead of just your normal like hopping of a worm, which I like, or like a drag, you know, normally you're doing something like this, you know, you're twitching, or you're waiting, you're taking out slack, you're twitching, which is fine. Then you've got your drag, where you just kind of take out your slack and you just, you know, do one of these, drag. Those are both great, but what I've been doing on those last 3 fish bites, because this is a blazing worm and it's got the little swimming tail, I'm reeling it a little bit, right, like this, getting up off the bottom, and then I'm just letting it go and letting it fall. It's basically looking like it's swimming back down to the bottom, and then I'm swimming it for a little bit and then letting it fall. And these fish are hitting it on that fall. It's almost like I'm making multiple casts within one cast, you know, because that initial action on your lure, when it enters the water, a lot of times it's the best action, like that initial fall right here. That bait is just swimming down to the bottom. So it's a great action. So I'm just kind of repeating that over and over again in the same cast. And they seem to be liking it. Is that thunder in the distance? Ooh, more storms? I'll tell you what, man, this weather is wilding today. I'm on. Wow, that feels... I don't know what I have. He's running right at me. Oh, what is it? Is it a big brim? Oh, it's another bass. Look at these things fight. I've never seen bass this size fight this way. All of them, like consistently. Oh, look at him go. He saw me reaching for him. Oh, come on, man. Wow, and it came right out. Holy moly. They're all like the same size. I mean, none of them are huge. They're all healthy. They're incredibly active. All in the crappie setup. That's a lot of fun. Wow. This pond has been great, man. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there's been a lot of different adversity. First with the heat, then with the rain, then with the bite itself. But man, this is a cool place, dude.
Yeah, it is.
I'm a fan of this place. This place has a little piece of my heart already. Just to have this many aggressive bass. I'm a little jealous, actually.
Yeah, no kidding, dude.
My pond used to be like this. You know, I used to have so many nice aggressive bass in between the otter and everything else going on with my pond. I hope to get it back to this level one day. Whew, man, it's hot. We have been thoroughly baked, folks. Been out here for 4 hours now. And man, we caught as many fish as I feel like we could have caught today. This pond, turns out, it's a pretty good little pond. I wasn't really sure what to expect. Caught like almost 10 fish, I want to say. Didn't catch that elusive brim, but it's always next time. Big shout out to Dylan, who's basically my neighbor out here, who's the gentleman who let us come out and fish today. big shout out to you, man. Thank you. What we really need to do is come back like first thing in the morning. We got to get out here like super early, top water, moving baits. Then we might find ourselves hooked into an actual giant that we figure are probably still out here in this pond. But it was still fun to get back to our roots, do a little pond fishing, do some kayak fishing, which you guys have been asking for. This is our first time fishing since we got back from Texas. Really glad to crack a bunch of fish. We haven't gone out and just caught numbers like this in a long time, so it felt good. If you guys like this kind of just simple, straight up fishing video, make sure you're smashing the thumbs up button, subscribing to the channel, all that good stuff. Y'all get out there and do some fishing of your own this summer. Let me know how it goes. Let me know what you would throw in a pond like this. I need all the help I can get. Thank you for watching, folks. We're out of here. On to next time.